Come, let me flip through these two new sticker books and my haul from the sale at Casstheticplans. I'm also going to be doing a plan with me using the spooky chic. So if you're interested in watching, keep it right here. Hello everybody, this is Priya here. Welcome back to my channel if you're returning, and if this is the first time, thank you so much for stopping by. Here I share tips, ideas and inspiration to make your planner and journal spreads pretty and functional. There are these two sticker books that came out last week. I'm filming this as soon as I received this. As an international planner, things do not get to me on time. So please bear with me. I will flip through these two ones, and these are the sticker books that are still available in stock, and you can pick up all of these. And I do have an affiliate link for Casstheticplans until October 7th. So I'm not sure when you're seeing this, but if you're not supporting me, definitely make sure to support somebody else. It is your chance to brighten up somebody's day. I really appreciate all of you who use my affiliate links and codes, and especially for the Casstheticplans. She does not have a discount code, but she has a link that folks can use to support creators. And if you sign up for her email list, you do get a one-time coupon code for 10% off. All the details are down in the description, so make sure you hop on the newsletter. So let's get to the spooky chic first. This has been out for a week now, so I'm going to be doing a really quick flip through. So with Casstheticplans, you know, if this is the first time, I'll share that there is one sheet of paper and one of clear, so you can mix and match it according to your needs. So we have these boxes, the decorated boxes, and these florals. Since you need to write on this, you can, this is on clear, but yeah, you will have to put a circle on top if you would like to use it here, or you can have a box underneath and then lay this on top. You can do it either way. Some of the filler elements and some of the borders you can mix and match, you can cluster, you can layer, lots of possibilities, and functional boxes to coordinate, and bullet points. If you're not keen on that, you can use it decoratively. And here are 2 pages of pre-made clusters for you to get started, and then you can make your own because you have all the supplies you need. On to the next collection, which is this pinks and oranges and dark, all the jewel tones, I must say. There are the greens, and there are these dark purple, the brownish wine colors. Yeah, and one on paper, one on clear. And these spooky elements you can use to cluster and layer. Except for this, I think I'll use everything else, including possibly the skeleton arm. One on paper, one on clear, and more layering and clustering elements. This is on clear, and so is this. Boxes and pre-made clusters. So since these are pre-made clusters that are huge, it takes up the entire space, and just one cluster will be enough to fill up at least one side of the planner as I can see it. So 2 pages of that. On to the next collection, which is kind of like the retro ones. I'm not quite into this, but yeah, the colors look cute, including some of the quotes you can use. One on paper, one on clear, and more smaller elements which you can use to really fill up smaller spaces and make your own clusters. And more adorableness. One on paper, one on clear, and functional boxes, and the clusters, and some of these washi strips also. So that is the Spooky Chic Volume 2. If you missed out on the Volume 1 like me, that was, I think I had liked it really well, but I couldn't pick it up. On to the next one. Sorry if I'm rushing through this because I need to get to the plan with me also. So this is the Autumn Splendor with lots of those jewel tone elements. These are more like the abstract ones. So again, same format, one on paper, one on clear. And more of these golden, it's not glittery. These two are on clear. So this is, you can have all of these elements to either decorate around the page. I'm just giving you a couple of ideas you could do with them. You could layer things off the page. You could make clusters, make like a scene, lining them up. And here are some decorative boxes and a couple of those fillers. Some of the abstract ones, 2 pages, both on paper. And this is the first set of functional boxes and bullet points and the pre-made clusters. So 2 pages of exactly the same thing. On to the next collection, which is the one that you see in the front. This is gorgeous. So you will see more of this being used, I would say, in November, when I really get tired of the Halloween stuff, the purples and the oranges. So yeah, those are really adorable. Look at those details. Can you see that? So that's one on paper, one on clear, and some of those strips that you can use as decorations or cut them up and use that even as bullet points, you see. And I also have the plaid and the grid washi strips. So 2 pages, both on paper. And this is the functional boxes, the pre-made clusters, and some more jewel tone of those line art elements, both on clear, perfect for layering. And these are more abstracts, both on clear as well. Pre-made clusters entirely on paper. And you can even add boxes here to make this like a functional cluster. And the functional boxes and the pre-made clusters. So these are both on paper. So I forgot to mention that this was actually a mistake. There was some printing error, and this, instead of both being on paper, this came out in clear. So what you could do is you can cut around here and have like a box underneath so that you can still use the space for function. It is a bit more of a work, but you can make it work if you really like this kind of vibes in the color palette. So those are the new ones, and this is a second copy of a sticker book I already have. But since this is something I can use all year round, it has collections for all the 4 seasons. So that is why I decided to pick up this extra one. And if you saw my creative journal set up for the month of September, I brought in a lot of these. It has been the most viewed video on YouTube on my channel. And this is a new book. Again, this was Casstheticplans had a sale, so I had picked this up at 30% off. And let's do a quick flash through here. So this is the Cozy Winter, some self-care aromatherapy elements, and Cozy Cottage, and some of the winter outdoorsy scenes, some of the fillers, and this is one entire sheet of scrapbook paper. You can just tear it and use it. Functional boxes and pre-made clusters. So just 1 page. And this is the outdoors the ski and the mountain and all the cozy elements, including the girl and the snow globe and all sorts of things I love about winter. These are the elements you can use to fill some of the space or bring in some extra wintry stuff. So some glitter like stuff. And this is again the scrapbook paper and more winter's coordinating boxes and pre-made clusters. On to the next collection, which is really not one of my favorite colors. These are really muted. I love the bright colors, but I think I can bring that in. Some florals, one page of clear, one on paper, and this is the scrapbook paper strips or washi strips, and that is you have two sheets here, both on clear. This is the scrapbook paper and functional boxes in that color palette, and the pre-made clusters and quotes. So it's the same quotes, set of quotes, and 2 pages of that. So that's the quick flip through, and let's get to the plan with me now. So I have this one, and I'm thinking of bringing in this collection, which I don't think I can use in November. So let's just get on with that. And I also have some of the washi tapes here from Planything, and let's get started. So the colors I'm looking for is these ones, because I've been using a lot of purple lately, if you have noticed. So I thought I will give purple a break this time. That is why I'm not picking this one, because it is gorgeous, but I'm not sure I want to use that yet again. But in this one, if you saw, this was my last week. I did this ahead of time. I used the Beetlejuice and I liked how it turned out. So this week I will be gone for this part, so I can bring in some of those bigger elements on this side. I need one of these pre-made clusters. I will definitely bring in for this side, because I will be back and I will need all the elements. So why don't we just start with that? And yeah, that will give me a sense of where I stand with the function. I think it has come down straight. Yeah, I think so. It's a bit crooked, but I'm not going to worry about it. And we need the oranges, so let's bring in. I'm also trying to give the Distress Oxides a break this time. Yes, so let's try and yeah, we already know it is October, so we need not have the month there. So just trying to make sure it is lined up straight, and it is not. I need a box or something here so that I can take off that sharp edge. Let me see. I can always have some of these elements come off, because I don't want the exact same thing on the side. So let's pick this hand. Yeah, I think that kind of hides that part. And we will also have, let's pick an orange box, right? Let's pick an orange box, just to kind of, yeah. And we'll use the bullet points in orange. This will be kind of the priorities this time. I'm just using the line underneath as a guideline to put it down. That, and let's bring in this orange box just to kind of complete that area. And I might even bring that box, or let's just use the paper ones because I don't quite need that anyway. This is in fact a winter break, so we will not have a very busy week except for the weekend, of course, when things will start picking up again. I do have a few things that I will be focusing on, so I might just have like a box or so near here so that I can plan things out for the upcoming. I'm just trying to make sure that I have something there to balance it out and yet not try and replicate it entirely. So I'm hoping to keep this fairly unedited. I hope the video does not get too long, because I am a bit rusty in that, because usually I try and come to kind of fast forward a lot, speed it up rather, and then I do the voiceover, but I'm trying to keep it real. It was roughly influenced by or inspired by Elizabeth at the Joyful Sojourn. So I just tried to recreate that, and I will also, what else can I bring down here? I might bring some of these florals now, because that's a gorgeous strip and I love those colors. One would be paper and the other would be clear, so I'm okay with that. So I will have to kind of cover up that before I put these down. Just trying to ensure it is not entirely symmetrical, but still keeping it very, yeah, I think it is turning out to be exactly the same. I will just, yeah. So I think this takes care of a lot of those elements. Yeah, why don't I just try and stick to the tried and tested method of clustering around the edges, because I really have very limited time at my hands today. So I'm filming this on the 6th and I have just maybe half an hour or so to do this, and I'm keeping it very real, and I believe this will be going up today, and I have an event to attend, and I also have a lot of things that I will be getting ready for the event, because yeah, there is a lot of things happening today and I'm keeping it very, so that cluster may not work, so let me just try and trim it, so that I will try and use that scrap. Yeah, let me just try and do that. I will also lift to this one. Or do you know what? Yeah, I'll bring a smaller element. Yeah, say this one or something, because I don't want to take away from either this or this. So that is our cluster pretty much all done. And let me take these off. I'm trying to keep it very real here, and I have less than half an hour for everything put together. So it's going to be really interesting. Yeah, maybe I can use that here. Will I? Yeah, I think I'll take up from that as well, which I do not want. So let us see. Yeah, this seems to be the perfect spot for this. And putting this back is a hassle. So another thing you could do is on the sticker paper, you just take off that paper backing so that you do not have to worry about not putting it back exactly where it belongs. And some of those stickers might come off like so, but you can always pick it up and put it back. Yes. So that is our backing all out. We unfortunately do not have any quotes, so I'm not sure if I will have time to look for quotes, but we will see. And looks like we need some more decorations up at the top or something here. Yeah, why don't we just do that? I'll just put one here. Just trying to make sure I don't take up any of the other decorations already here. So that is that side pretty much all done, and I can use this right here. That's the correct space for that. What else? We have some function here, but we need lots more function. So let's put down this one here, because I already know that we have, my son has a match on Saturday, and there are scout activities that happen on Sunday, so I know there is a lot of things going on there. Yeah, I do have some things that I'm planning to do with my parents, and let me see if I can layer some of those elements too, because I do not want to bring in more clusters because this already has a lot going on. And yeah, let's bring this guy on this side. Here, so I think that completes it. Yeah, maybe a couple of lines, and I think I'll call it a spread. I just do not want to overdo this. That's my right tick 0.7, and I'm going with a couple more of these bats. Let me see if they are anywhere there. I think this one had a couple, yeah. So let's bring in some of the orange washi. Orange and black. Just cutting that off, and I'll have one more space where I'll bring that in. Yeah, so just one more spot and we should be done. Yeah, so this is all I'm going for this week. And let's do a quick recap. We brought in the washi tapes from Planything. I'm not sure if these are still available, but I will have the shop linked. She has lots of cute stationery in her shop. And I brought in this Spooky Chic Volume 2, and I brought just the minimal decorations for the time I will be gone. And I brought in this one, this collection here. So I have a lot to use, and if you have sticker books, just use it right away, or else, especially these seasonal ones, I'll not be able to use it in November. And I also brought a couple of those seasonal stickers and the dates and numbers. And please come check out my Instagram. I will have the details down in the description. I usually share more of myself over there. If you liked today's video, I would appreciate it if you would consider subscribing to my channel and turning on the bell notification if you haven't already. It helps me out with the growth of the channel, and yet it lets YouTube know that my content is coming out popular. So I would really appreciate that. I will have all the shops and codes and all that mentioned down in the description. I hope to see you in my next one. Bye.